Welcome back to JandJPickEm. My name is Juan. Last week I went 11-5, and my overall record is 147-77. Last week, both of our parlays cashed out, and all my spreads cashed out.
Hey, that's what we do, man. My name is Josh. Last week I went 11-5. My overall record's 154-70, and this is 8 weeks in a row of double-digit wins.
Let's
man.
go.
This is what we do. You already know the slogan: when we get double-digit wins, you get double-digit wins, and when you get double-digit wins, you win your pick'em. Also, make sure to follow us on Instagram. That's where you're gonna find out 1 hour before game time if we switch any of our picks. Let's get right into Week 16 football. To start off this week, we got the Broncos versus the Chargers. Honestly, I expect a heavy passing game this one. The reason I'm saying that is because both teams cannot run the ball. Gus Edwards stinks, and for the Broncos, Jaleel McLaughlin or Javonte Williams, I don't know who it is, they stink too, bro. So this is a stinky bowl, bro. We're gonna see who wins. But it's a divisional matchup, so I expect a lot of passing is gonna happen. And it's what quarterback you trust more that's gonna win this game. And I trust Justin Herbert more. Bo Nix threw 3 interceptions last week, 2 to the same player. You can't do that if you want to win a game. He's going to throw a lot of turnovers. I feel like Justin Herbert's going to get it done with Ladd McConkey. I love how he's playing. Quentin Johnson, if he doesn't drop any passes, I feel like the Chargers would do very good this game. It is a home game too, and they want to beat the Broncos. I got the Chargers winning this one, and it's going to be a pass-heavy game.
Yeah, for this one, honestly, I think it's going to be a great matchup. It's a division matchup.
It is.
But I feel like this one can go any way. Both quarterbacks, they struggled, but mainly Bo Nix. Like you said, 3 interceptions.
He did.
And I feel like the Broncos, their defense stepped up, but their offense couldn't do anything, And for this one, I'm going to go with the Chargers.
Yep.
I think Justin Herbert gets it done. His receivers, they should be able to help him out. The run game, like you said, non-existent for both teams. So if they're able to, to maybe get that run game going.
It could be a little different.
Yeah, but I don't think they are. It's going to be a heavy pass game.
Yeah, we both got the Chargers winning this matchup. For our next matchup, we have the Texans versus the Chiefs. This is played on a Saturday, so it should be an interesting game. Patrick Mahomes is going to be out. Carson Wentz is going to be a starter. When Carson Wentz went in the last game, he was 2 for 2, 20 yards. I actually thought he looked pretty good. It's only 2 passes, but I expect Carson Wentz to actually have a great game.
Yeah.
Call me crazy. People think Carson Wentz is going to come here and not do good, but Carson Wentz was once an MVP candidate. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I think he has the best situation he could be in with the Chiefs. I think it's a system where Andy Reid has made their players do good.
Yeah.
Kelsey, Hollywood Brown should be coming back. Juju Smith-Schuster, DeAndre Hopkins. I got the Chiefs winning this matchup. Call me crazy. The Texans are favored, but CJ Stroud has been struggling. I know he did throw a couple touchdowns last game, but he got sacked 4 times. I feel like the Chiefs could provide a lot of pressure, especially against a weak offensive line like theirs. I do expect Joe Mixon and a lot of players from the Texans to do a lot better, but this is going to be a close game, and I think Carson Wentz is going to come up clutch, and the Chiefs are going to win this game at home.
Yeah, for this one, I'm going to go with the Chiefs as well.
Yes, sir.
Like you said, Carson Wentz, he's a veteran. We've seen him play before.
Yep.
He's experienced. CJ Stroud, he's a great quarterback.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know, they haven't been playing to expectations this year.
That's very true.
I thought coming into the season, they're going to be a great team, probably be in double-digit wins already. But no, they haven't been doing that good. And I feel like they barely got out with the win against Miami.
Yeah, that's true.
But, yeah, come on. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Carson Wentz, I feel like he has a lot of receivers, like you said.
Yeah.
Great weapons. And as long as they're able to do a little bit with that run game, they should be able to get the win.
I will say one thing. The Texans got 3 interceptions last week.
Yeah, hey, both teams, both defenses are on fire
They're
right
doing
now.
really good. Carson Wentz is his first start back, so he might throw a pick, especially how the defense that the Texans are playing.
Locking that pick.
I know, man. But we both got the Chiefs winning this game. It should be a great matchup. For our next matchup, we have the Steelers versus the Ravens. This is going to be a great divisional matchup. Both these teams always give us great games. Lamar Jackson last week, 5 touchdowns. He played amazing. And this is with no receivers. I know Rashad Bateman scored 2 touchdowns. Zay Flowers does good sometimes. But, I feel like he doesn't have that number 1 receiver to throw to. And he always finds a way to make it possible with all these receivers he has. So, for that reason, I got the Ravens winning. I feel like they're going to play very good against the Steelers. Their defense, I think they just lost TJ Watt. They didn't play too well against the Eagles last week. And, if George Pickens is out, the Steelers have no one to throw the ball to. They looked horrible without him. No one's a wide receiver 1 for the Steelers. And for that reason, I got the Ravens winning this matchup.
Yeah, for this one, I'm going to go with the Ravens as well. I feel like the Steelers defense, they're able to keep them in the game. Now with TJ Watt being out, it's going to affect that team. And I feel like the offense from the Steelers is holding them back so bad.
Yeah.
The Ravens offense is, they're pretty solid. Any week, we don't know who's going to ball out, but there's always a receiver that steps up.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Derrick Henry, he needs to do a lot better. Come on. Last week he didn't do anything. This week, hopefully they're able to have a lead, and he gets more carries.
Yeah, he should do a lot better.
Come on, at the end of the day, Ravens. I feel like Lamar Jackson MVP season. He should be able to have an easy division matchup win.
Yeah, this is gonna be a great game. We both have the Ravens winning this matchup. For our next matchup, we have the Falcons versus the Giants. Honestly, I don't think this is going to be a good matchup. I feel like it could be a low-scoring matchup. The Falcons struggled against the Raiders. Kirk Cousins threw another interception, only one touchdown. I feel like he's struggling a lot.
Or he just sucks in prime time, bro.
It was a primetime game, right? I feel like Michael Penix Jr. should come in at some point this season. I feel like he might do better than Kirk Cousins. The one thing I always say that goes good for them is Bijan Robinson had over 100 yards, and I feel like he's going to continue getting that workload, especially against the Giants. And for that reason, I got the Falcons winning this matchup. But the thing for the Giants is Tommy DeVito's out for concussion most likely. Tim Boyle's going to start. The one player that's startable for the Giants is Malik Neighbors, especially in fantasy. But outside of that, I feel like they have nothing going for them. But it is a home game. I feel like I don't know. I feel like something could happen. You never know. I hope they win so the Raiders keep the number one pick, but I still got the Falcons winning this matchup.
Yeah, for this one, I'm going to go with the Falcons. This is a playoff team right here, and they're trying to stay in contention.
Yeah.
Honestly, they haven't been playing like a playoff team, so it is, it might be a little close. The Giants might be able to keep it close.
You never know.
Malik Neighbors, they need to get the ball to him. Come on, he's a star player. He proved it. If they get the ball to him, he's going to catch it, and he's going to do good for the team.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, Bijan Robinson has been balling out.
I love that dude, man.
Yeah, bro. At the end of the day, come on. He's so good, bro. Over 100 yards. Kirk Cousins hasn't been doing good. So, they're going to rely on the run game.
They're going to run it a lot.
For the Giants, the run game is just trash right now.
Everything's
Tracy Jr.,
trash.
he was doing good for a while, but now I feel like he's not really performing. And that could be because of quarterback situation.
Yeah,
they're not.
It is.
They're not. They don't have any leads. They can't really do much this season. And Falcons should be able to get an easy win.
Yeah, this is gonna be an easy matchup. For our next matchup, we have the Lions versus the Bears. And honestly, this is an easy matchup. I got the Lions winning this game. Jared Goff threw 5 touchdowns last week.
Balled out.
But it's crazy. When he threw 5 interceptions, they won that game. When he threw 5 touchdowns, they lost. So maybe he has to throw a lot more interceptions.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? But Amon St. Brown balled out. Laporta balled out. Everyone did really good. The only thing is Montgomery's out for the season now. But honestly, if you have Jahmyr Gibbs, that's good for fantasy. And he's going to do a lot better. He's going to get all the carries. And I still expect the Lions to have a great offense. And they're playing against the Bears. The Bears suck, man. They struggled last week against the Vikings. Caleb Williams is not playing good. DJ Moore had 8 receptions. Keenan Allen had 6 receptions. I feel like he still is feeding his top guys, which is good. But honestly, the Bears aren't going to do anything. The Lions are good. They're trying to get the number 1 seed in the NFC. So I got the Lions winning this matchup.
Yeah, for this one, I'm going to go with the Lions as well. The Bears, they just lost to the Vikings. They're not going to beat the Lions. And another reason is because the Bears organization, I say every week, they suck. They're a trash organization.
Number 1 hater.
Caleb Williams, he's a great quarterback, but with that team, he's not going to be able to perform. The Lions are on fire, looking like a Super Bowl contender team right now.
Yep.
And I feel like no one's going to stop Jared Goff right now, especially the Bears.
For sure not. Yeah, we both got the Lions winning this matchup, and it's going to be an easy game. For our next matchup, we have the Cardinals versus the Panthers. Honestly, Kyler Murray didn't play too well, but I liked how everyone else played. James Conner, he played really great. Embar Cardo's going to be out. Trey Benson's going to be out. So James Conner's the only running back in that team, and he's going to eat. They got to feed Conner if they want to win, especially against a weak run defense like the Panthers. And Trey McBride, most receptions in a single season without a receiving touchdown. That's crazy. They feed him the ball, but he just can't score. But I expect him to have another big game. And for that reason, I got the Cardinals winning this matchup. The thing for the Panthers, Bryce Young he seems inconsistent. I feel like the past weeks he's been doing good, but now he threw 2 interceptions, got sacked 6 times. But one player, actually 2 players in the Panthers I expect to do good is Chuba Hubbard and Adam Thielen. Yeah. You got to feed those guys. You got to get them the ball. And I feel like if they do that, they have a chance of winning this game. But honestly, I got the Cardinals winning this matchup.
Yeah, for this one, I'm going to go with the Cardinals as well. I expect James Conner to run all over the worst defense in the NFL. The Panthers defense can't stop anyone. And Kyler Murray, he's a great quarterback. He did leave last week for a quick second, but he came back in.
Yeah.
And I think he should be good to go. McBride, he's going to ball out.
I love
and,
that dude.
get the ball to Marvin Harrison more. You know, I feel like he's a target where
Yes.
he barely gets the ball. I feel like he's a player that should be getting at least 5 receptions.
He has to, man.
And the Bryce Young, he's a great quarterback, but he's proved to us he's able to stay in the game, but he's not able to win the game. And that's his problem. That's why I'm going with the Cardinals.
Yeah, we both have the Cardinals winning this matchup. Next up, we have the Rams versus the Jets. Last week, Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams looked amazing.
Balled out.
Dude, Devontae Adams had over 190 yards, 2 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers had 3 touchdowns. The only thing, their run game, non-existent. When you have like a 100-year-old quarterback leading your team in rush yards, that's how you know you're not doing good in the rush game. Breece Hall, we expected great things off of him this year, but he's not doing good at all. So if they want to win this game, they have to be able to run the ball. Coward. And against the Rams, it's going to be very hard. I feel like they have a really good defense, but I got the Rams winning this matchup. Puka Nacua is doing really great. Cooper Kupp, I think he was in Cabo last week. He might have been out for the game, but he had 0 yards. I expect them to do a lot better. Kyrie Williams should do good in the run game. I feel like the Rams have a good offense. They just have to put it on the field, and I feel like that's what they're going to do against the Jets this week, so I got the Rams winning.
Yeah, for this game, I'm going to go with the Rams.
Coward.
But I feel like both of these teams have been very inconsistent. They win one game, they lose the next week. And overall, the Jets, they're a great team. Aaron Rodgers, actually, they're a great team. They just can't win. And this one, I feel like they should be able to put up a good matchup. The Rams last week, they didn't put up any touchdowns.
Yeah.
Straight field goals. You were at that game.
Yep.
And it was a boring game.
I
feel like Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers, so they keep up that connection, bro, they could have a chance at winning this game. But at the end of the day, the Rams, they have a great offense and they have a better defense. Puka should be able to step up.
He will.
Cooper Kupp, he should be able to show up for this game. He wasn't there last week. I'm not sure where he was. But this week, he needs to show up. He needs to help out his team. Try to make a run for that playoff, you know?
Yeah, they got to make playoffs. So,
they're trying to hold on to that wild card spot.
Yeah, so we both got the Rams winning this matchup. For our next matchup, we have the Eagles versus the Commanders. Honestly, this could be game of the week. I feel like this is going to be an amazing matchup. Jaden Daniels and Scary Terry is probably one of the best duos in the NFL right now. Scary Terry, I think, is his second week in a row with 2 touchdowns. He's playing amazing. Jaden Daniels could run the ball and pass the ball. Lamar Jackson 2.0, low-key. He's doing really good. Yep. Brian Robinson's doing good in the rushing game, too. I like how the Commanders are playing. They could win this game. I feel like it's going to be a close matchup. But honestly, I'm going to go with the Eagles. I feel like it's a safe pick. Jalen Hurts proved the haters wrong. He could throw the ball. Him and A.J. Brown got a touchdown last week. Him and Devontae Smith got a touchdown. And Jalen Hurts rushed for a touchdown too. The Eagles, really good on paper. And you see on the field too. Talented team. They do amazing. Saquon Barkley should have a great game too. But I got the Eagles winning. I feel like it's a safe pick. But do not be surprised if the Commanders win this game. I feel like it's going to be very close.
Yeah, for this one, I'm going to go with the Eagles as well. I feel like they want that bye week, you know. They're really close to the Lions. Lions can lose a game and they're able to, you know, get one step closer. They'll be right in there. And for the Commanders, 8 sacks. Jaden Daniels got sacked 8 times. Oh, that's horrible. Dangerous. If you're getting sacked that many times, your player's not going to be able to do anything. Yeah. And the Eagles, they have a great defense. They should be able to step up. Like you said, A.J. Brown finally stepped up. Jalen Hurts can throw the ball. And, I feel like they got dual threat right there. They can either run the ball, they can pass the ball, and no matter what, they're going to beat you, and they're going to beat the Commanders.
I feel like for this game, they got to do really good in the pass game, like we mentioned, because we know they could run the ball. But if they're able to pass the ball, they're going to win this game. So we both got the Eagles winning this matchup. Next up, we have the Bengals versus the Browns. Last week against the Chiefs, Jameis Winston did not look good. He threw 3 interceptions, 8 sacks. You know, it's weird. Jameis Winston has a lot of different type of games. I feel like this is the game where he throws a lot of touchdowns, but I feel like he could get a few picks. But luckily for him, the Bengals defense is not great. They let up too many yards. We seen it last week against the Titans, but their offense is amazing. Joe Burrow threw 3 touchdowns, and he's always going to get points with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Chase Brown in the running game is looking amazing. He had a touchdown. I love how the Bengals are looking offensively, but defensively, they got to stop Jameis Winston. The Chiefs done it, so I'm pretty sure the Bengals could do it too. But for them to win this game, you got to get turnovers, and you got to capitalize on those turnovers. And I think the Bengals are going to do that, so they're going to beat the Browns this week.
Yeah, for this one, I'm going to go with the Bengals as well. I feel like they have a better offense, and their defense is bad. So, you know, the Browns might be able to keep it close. And that's a big reason why they keep losing every single week, because their defense. They can't stop anyone.
Nope.
Jameis Winston, they should be able to maybe stop him, because he does air it out, but he does get turnovers. For the Bengals as well, actually, both teams have been getting turnovers. They've been throwing interceptions, fumbling the ball. Both teams can't take care of the ball at all. And, I feel like it might be a close game. Division matchup, too.
That's right.
The Browns, I feel like they always find a way to keep it close. Jameis Winston, stop throwing interceptions. It is what he does. That's what he does. He's a player that takes risks. Sometimes he takes too many risks, and it leads to interceptions. But Joe Burrow should be able to come out with the win.
I will say Jerome Ford is starting now. Nick Chubb broke his leg, so I expect the running game to be better just because of that 60-yard run he had last week. But we still got the Bengals winning. They should win this game. For our next matchup, we have another division rivalry. We have the Titans versus the Colts. Honestly, this could be a good matchup. Both teams are struggling right now, but it's a division matchup. They both want to win. For the Colts, Anthony Richardson, he's not the quarterback of the future. I say this every week. 2 interceptions, didn't play well. The only thing he could do is run the ball, and I feel like he's going to run the ball a lot against the Titans. If the Colts want to win this week, he has to get everyone involved. Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, everyone in the receiving game. For that reason, I feel like he's going to do it, and I got the Colts winning this matchup. The Titans looked horrible. Will Levis got benched. Mason Rudolph went in. He was impressing Will Levis's girl. She was probably all up on him because he threw 2 touchdowns. Something Will Levis couldn't do. So, if Will Levis starts this game, he has to do something. He's also not the quarterback of the future for the Titans. So there's 2 quarterbacks that aren't the quarterback of the future that are playing this game. I feel like it could be an ugly game, but Jonathan Taylor's going to be the game changer, and the Colts are going to win this game.
Yeah, for this game, I feel like these are 2 trash teams. I don't even want to watch this matchup. That's how boring it's going to be. We're going to watch Mason Rudolph, backup quarterback, against Anthony Richardson, who should be another backup quarterback. I feel like both of these teams are trash. But I'm going to go with the Colts. I feel like Jonathan Taylor, he should be able to help out his team. The Titans have a run game, but I feel like actually, you know what? Spears, I don't know if you've seen him. He was actually stepping up.
He had a
great game.
Yeah.
So he might, if he's able to have another matchup like the one from last week, he might be able to put the Titans in a position to be able to win this game. But I'm going to go with the Colts. I do think it's going to be a close matchup. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to go with the Colts.
Yeah, the Colts should win this matchup. For our next matchup, we have the Vikings versus the Seahawks. For the Seahawks, Geno Smith might be out, and if that's the case, Sam Howell's going to play. He did not do good last week. He wasn't giving anyone the ball. JSN is the only receiver that looks good. Metcalf, I don't know what happened to him. Metcalf is not doing good at all, but JSN is doing good. If Kenneth Walker's out, which I think he is, Zach Charbonnet is doing really good. I feel like he's going to do good in the run game, but honestly, I don't know what it is. The Vikings are playing really good football right now. Justin Jefferson is amazing. Jordan Addison's good. I feel like Aaron Jones could get hot at any point. And Sam Darnold is playing good football. He's not turnovering the ball. And that's what good teams do. And for that reason, I got the Vikings winning. They're trying to get the number 1 seed. I feel like that's crazy. Who would expect the Vikings to go for the number 1 seed? Hey, but that's what's happening right now. And for that reason, I got the Vikings winning this game.
Yeah, for this one, I'm going to go with the Vikings as well. I expect Geno Smith to not play this game.
Yeah.
And the Vikings should be able to come off with the easier win. Aaron Jones, he's been playing a lot better. Justin Jefferson stepping up again.
Amazing.
And overall, the Vikings team, like you said, they're great. They want that number 1 seed. And I feel like, honestly, they have a chance of getting it. If the Lions lose one more game, Vikings win another game, it's gonna be a close.
And they actually play each other week 18.
Yeah,
so whoever wins
and
that
the Packers
game,
can actually also win the number 1 seed.
But
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Bro, chill out.
But yeah, come on, Seattle. We might hear some skull chants out there because we heard those "Go Pack Go" out there. Yeah,
dude,
it's not gonna look good for the Seahawks.
This is gonna be a crazy game, but we both got the Vikings winning this matchup. Next up, we have another division matchup. We got the Patriots versus the Bills. This is an easy game, man. Give me Josh Allen and the Bills. Josh Allen is MVP. He's minus 900 right now to win MVP. You know he's going to win that. 2 rushing touchdowns last week, and he threw a couple of touchdowns too. I love how Josh Allen is playing. Best quarterback in the league right now. I don't care. You can say Mahomes, but it's Josh Allen. And the one thing about them, though, Amari Cooper, man, this guy, he was on vacation. I don't know, maybe he was injured.
He's been on vacation.
Dude, the Bills got him so he could replace Stephon Diggs, but the Bills have no one in the receiving corps. But Josh Allen, I say this every week, the best quarterbacks make their receivers good. Shakir's good because of Josh Allen. Dawson Knox is good because of Josh Allen. Josh Allen is such a great quarterback that he makes the players around him better, and that's why they're going to win this game. And James Cook is doing good in the running game. As for the Patriots, they're struggling. I say this every week. They just got to let that Drake may progress, and he's doing pretty good, but he's always going to throw that pick. I don't know how many weeks in a row, but every game he's been playing, he's throwing at least one interception, and you know that's going to happen this week. But the Bills should win this one, and honestly, it's probably going to be a blowout.
Yeah, for this one, I'm going to go with the Bills as well. The only way the Patriots win is if Tom Brady comes back from retirement, and that's not going to happen. Yeah, like you said, Josh Allen, best quarterback in the NFL,
He's
in the
amazing,
NFL right now,
dude.
And he makes his receivers great, which is really good for him. James Cook has been cooking over 100 yards, and I feel like he's unstoppable right now. Every time they got the ball and they give it to James Cook, he's gonna help out that team get a first down and keep the sticks moving. The Bills, come on, this should be an easy win. The Patriots might not even put up a fight. Bills, easy lock.
Yeah, the Bills are going to win this matchup. Next up, we have the Jaguars versus the Raiders. Raiders. Honestly, this could be our first game that we win in a long time. Desmond Ridder played horrible, but we still have Brock Bowers. He didn't do good last game, but he's going to get the ball. He's going to do really great this game. Our running game is non-existent, but we have a really good chance of winning this game. But honestly, the Jaguars are going to win this game. The reason is Brian Thomas Jr. had 2 touchdowns. He's playing amazing. Mac Jones, it's funny to say, but he's actually a veteran now. So I feel like he could sling the rock. I feel like he could pass it to his receivers, and he has to get the ball to Brian Thomas Jr. The run game is horrible. So I feel like this game, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I feel like both teams are going to be able to score a lot. But honestly, I got the Jaguars winning. I hope the Jaguars win so we could get the number 1 pick, and I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, for this one, I'm going to go with the Jaguars as well. Mac Jones, he had a pretty good game last week.
He did.
And so did the Raiders. They put up a good fight against the Falcons. They didn't do much, but they did enough to keep the game close. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen again. They're going to be able to keep the game close. They're going to come out at the end. They're tanking for that number 1 draft pick.
Sir.
They want Shadir Sanders. Josh wants Shadir Sanders.
Let's get him, man.
And yeah, I think they're going to purposely lose.
Hey, we're going to tank, man. And honestly, I'm okay with it. So we both got the Jaguars winning this matchup. Next up, we have a good matchup. We have the Niners versus the Dolphins. I feel like this is going to be a high-scoring game. There's going to be a lot of points. Tua, turn of the ball over. 3 interceptions last week. He played horrible last week against the Texans. He threw 2 of them to the same player, too, to Singletary from the Texans. But honestly, and Tyreek Hill. Dude, where's Tyreek Hill, man?
He's gone. He's on vacation already.
Ever since he got arrested that one time, I feel like it just stayed with him. This guy thinks he's locked up. He doesn't want to play. And Jalen Waddle got injured, too. Honestly, it's going pretty bad for the Dolphins right now. A lot of injuries. I feel like the only thing going for them is Achane in the receiving game. In the running game, he's not doing too good. But I say this every week, the Dolphins are such a great team offensively. They just actually had to score the points now. As for the Niners, I was at that game last week. Horrible game. No touchdown. Deebo Samuel said he wasn't struggling. He just didn't get the ball enough. He got the ball a lot, and he dropped it. Dude, this guy played horrible.
He needs the ball in his hands, bro.
He needs to learn how to catch, man. He has bricks for hands. But I think this is going to be a good matchup. I feel like both teams are struggling right now, but they're both looking for a win. But for this game, I got the Dolphins winning just because they're playing at home. I feel like Tyreek Hill's fine going to get it going. But the Niners, don't be surprised if they win. I feel like this is going to be a close matchup, and both offenses are going to score a lot of points.
Yeah, for this one, honestly, it's going to be a great matchup. But I'm not sure who to go with. The Niners,
it's hard.
They did last week. They had a horrible game, no touchdowns, and then for the Dolphins, 3 interceptions from Tua. Both teams are playing horrible right now. I think I'm gonna go with the Niners.
Okay.
I think Niners come out with the win. Garando, he's able to have a better game. Brock Purdy gets the ball to George Kittle. Deebo Samuel stops dropping passes, and they're able to get the win. But one thing is Tua, bro. If he goes off, takes care of the football, they should be able to get an easy win. The Niners, they've lost here before, a Super Bowl.
They
might lose again, but I'm gonna go with the Niners.
Once the Niners win, Juan's gonna say bang bang Niner gang. Next up, we have the Bucs versus the Cowboys. I feel like this is going to be a high-scoring matchup. Lots of points. Mike Evans balled out last week. CeeDee Lamb balled out. And Rico Dowdle, he's becoming a number 1 running back for the Cowboys, and he's going to have another great game. As for the Bucs, they have Bucky Irving. I know Rashad White had the touchdown last week, but Bucky Irving is the number 1 running back for their team. I expect both of these offenses to do really good this week. But honestly, it comes down to quarterback play. And for that reason, I got Laser Mayfield winning for the Bucs. This dude throws lasers, and he's going to throw more passes to Mike Evans, and he's going to eventually get those 1,000 yards this season. And for that reason, I got the Bucs beating the Cowboys.
Yeah, for this one, I'm going with the Bucs as well. Baker Mayfield, he's been balling out. You know, I'm a big
Crazy.
fan of Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
If you got him on fantasy football, you're most likely gonna win last week, and you're still in it.
You have to start
He's gonna
him.
ball out this week. Mike Evans as well. He's gonna keep feeding them. For the Cowboys, Cooper Rush. Honestly, he looked nice.
He's looking good.
Rico Dowdle, he's looking nice too. Over 100 yards.
Yep.
Zeke, bench him. Don't give him the ball. That was washed. And overall, the Bucs have a way better team, and I expect them to get a good win. Cooper Rush should be able to keep it close, but Bucs should be able to come out with the win.
Yeah, we both have the Bucs winning this matchup.
For the next game, we got the Green Bay Packers playing at home. Honestly, this is going to be an easy win for the Packers.
Yep.
They smacked the Seahawks last week. This time, they're playing against the Saints, who are a weaker team without their starting quarterback. And I think Alvin Kamara might be out.
Yeah, that's true. He's probably going to be out.
Yeah, Packers, they've been balling out. Josh Jacobs balling out as well. Jordan Love having great games. His
Amazing.
receivers stepping up. Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs. You know, I feel like there's always going to be a player that's going to step up. If it's Dobbs, Reed, or Watson. And that's what makes the Packers great. They have lots of receivers who can take over whenever it's time. It might be a snow game as well. So, you know, Josh Jacobs, if it's a snow game, he's going to be pounding that ball. So it should be an easy win.
Yeah, for the Saints, Spencer Rattler's probably going to start. He's not a good quarterback, so he's probably going to turn over the ball
Trash.
a lot. Keandre Miller's probably going to start over Alvin Kamara. So the Saints have nothing going for them.
Yeah.
As for the Packers, Jordan Love has been playing amazing, but the guy I want to talk about is Josh Jacobs.
The GOAT.
Honestly, this past 6 weeks, he's been a top 5 fantasy running back in the league. He's been playing amazing. And this game, for the Packers to win, you got to control tempo, you got to run the ball, and you got to get turnovers from the Saints. I'm 8-0 when I put on the cheese head, and this week I'm going to be 9-0.
Let's go. You already know when Josh puts on that cheese head, the Packers are winning. It's a lock. Make it 9-0 with that cheese head. Let's go.
Let's
go, Pack, go.
When I put on the cheese head, Packers never lose, and that's what's going to happen. They're going to smack the Saints this week. We both got the Packers smacking the Saints.
Let's go.
Next up, we have our spreads of the week, and like Juan mentioned, he went 100% on his spreads.
Let's go. I cashed out.
Hey, this is what we do. Let's get another 100% this week. So for my spreads, I got the Vikings -3, the Lions -7, and the Jaguars +1.5.
For my spreads, I got the Bengals -7, the Cardinals -4, and the Buccaneers -4.5.
And for the best segment of the week, we got parlays of the week. We went 100% on our parlays.
Let's go.
Hey, this is what we do. Let's hit our parlays once again. So for my parlay, I got the Bills, the Cardinals, and the Lions.
For my parlay, I got the Falcons, the Cardinals, and the Eagles.
Yes, sir. Let's cash out. Let's get this money.
Let's go.
Thank you guys for watching another week of JandJPickEm. Like I mentioned before, 8 weeks of double-digit wins.
Let's go. Cashing out every week.
This is what we do for you guys. We also went 2 for 2 on our parlays, 100% and 100% on your spreads.
Yeah, one more thing. Make sure you're following us on Instagram, JandJPickEm. That's where we post any changes to our picks 1 hour before the game. And one more thing. We're 500 subscribers away from 3K subscribers. Make sure to like and subscribe. This was Juan.
This was Josh.
And this was JandJPickEm.